hello there chums, as I, Captain Stephen Exo, and today I'm going to be talking about frigate fleet fuel, because you are going to need fuel to send out your frigates. Now, to make this stuff, it's not all that great fun, to be fair. You are going to need, let me show you what you need for this, because one part is easy. So getting the tritium, you're just going to have to go shoot a shed load of meteorites in space, but the dehydrogen, you've got to go down on a planet to get all that sort of stuff. It's the blue crystals on the planet's surface. However, there are other ways to get this stuff, well, to get the frigate fuel, that I'm just going to cover, and then I'm going to show you some easy ways to actually mine that blue stuff. So don't you go away, I've got a couple of things coming there, chums. I am now on an airless world, so I have got a base here, I've got an R2-D2 here. But there we go, look, there's a load of blue dehydrogen just sitting there. It's very easy to see on an airless world, but rather than go around excavating this on foot, you could use your Minotaur, which is a very good way to actually mine stuff, which is cool. Yep, Minotaurs are good at mining and touring planets. Yeah, so if you've got a Minotaur, try using a Minotaur. But this is my little tip for getting a load of dehydrogen on an airless world. So just get in your ship. Hopefully if you've got a positron ejector I should say, actually installed, just take off, and all you're doing is going to shoot at the actual planet itself. So there we go, I got some there I believe. Let's just spin this around, let's go shoot that again. Where are you, dehydrogen jelly? There you are, there's loads of dehydrogen. But yeah, I'm just going to fly, there you go, I got 4 dehydrogen, but I'm getting loads of ferrite dust. And you can just shoot anywhere on these planets and get a load of ferrite dust. I mean, that's just a given anyway. Whoops, I just shot an egg. But yeah, you just fly around, look for the blue crystals, and just shoot it with your ship, rather than actually walk about on foot. There's some. Pow! Oh, missed it. I got 4 that time. So it's a bit hit and miss, but as long as you can move fairly slowly, maybe I should use a hauler or something. But there we go. Get all that. There you go, 45. And you can just sort of fly around like this. Occasionally you will get geodes and things like that, but yeah. Let's see if we can spot some more. Come on, where's some more of you blue little crystals? You blue little crystals. There they are. Let's sweep around. Now I am on PS4, so it doesn't load all that great. It kind of, you have to sort of do a few little sweeps. Yeah, there it is. And I'm not all that good at this, but yeah, you get the idea. You can just sort of do little flybys and get a shed load of dehydrogen just by flying around in your ship and shooting the hell out of it. You're not going to run out of ammo doing this. You don't have to recharge because it's in your ship. So it's a lot easier to do it this way, although I am making it look harder than it actually is. There you go, there's a big lump of crystal there. Take that, crystal! Hopefully I get a load now, we'll see. There we go. I mean, you could use your laser beams instead if you wanted. There we go, got a load more. So there we are. That's kind of how you can go about doing it. And you also get this stuff too, which you can expand out. So I've got myself 202 just by shooting a few clumps there, which is almost enough. If I get the tritium now, I've only got so much there, but I should be able to craft some now. Let's just have a quick look, because I've usually got tritium on me. There we go. I can make myself a shed load of that stuff now. Awesome. So that's one way to do it. Well, welcome back there, chums. Right, so another way is to find yourself a minor settlement. Heck yes, you can find minor settlements using sort of like cartography maps. Or you just fly over a planet and you should be able to find one. There are these little buildings that have got like these landing pads with them. These singular little minor settlements. And when you head on in, there's a cabinet on the wall with a multi-tool, but you've also got a GT terminal. So in one of these galactic trade terminals, a GT as I call them for short, you should be able to find dehydrogen jelly. Here more often than not. Sometimes you get launch thruster fuel rather than the dehydrogen jelly, so it's a little bit hit and miss, 50-50. But yeah, if you do get them in here, I find that you can find them in these selling points more so than any other. If you're extremely lucky, you might find one on a station, or even on somebody's base you may find some for sale. Wherever you find them, buy them, because yeah, that you can break that back down into dehydrogen. That's if you need to do the frigate missions and you need a load of frigate fuel. But you can see here 10 D stacks to 500 D hydrogen. And from the previous method where I shoot in the planet, you can see there it took me a while to get 200, so this is a heck of a lot quicker, but you are going to have to spend units for this method. But yep, you can just decompile a shed load in a few seconds, get yourself a nice wealthy stack of this stuff, and then it's just the tritium that you need to get. And tritium, you can, like I say, shoot a load of asteroids out in space, and you may get a tritium cluster which breaks down into a load more. But yeah, that could be a bit more tricky, so I'm going to show you ways to get tritium on a planet now, either by spending units, well, the only way really is to spend units. So yeah, I'll cover that way now. So there we go, that's that method. Heck yes, brilliante. So if you find yourself a trading post, Jubs, yep, here I am, hello, right, so if you head on over to pretty much anybody that lands at a trading post, they will sell tritium, but they're not going to sell it in vast quantities. Now this is an opulent system as well, and they're only going to offer me about 150, 140 roughly in each stack, but you can just keep running over from one guy to the next guy and just keep grabbing this stuff. Now you only need 200 to make your frigate fuel, really, so yeah, you can just run around and just buy this stuff off these guys. It does go down a little nod from each guy that you buy. I mean, you can see here I'm getting 147 at the moment, but yeah, sometimes it might be 115, something like that. It varies, but yeah, just run around and you can grab it off of all these guys. Now at a trading post, they are going to come in higher frequency than up in a station, but in a station, in an opulent system or affluent system or high yield system of some kind, they may offer you tritium in a much larger quantity, but you may have to wait for a fair few traders to come in. Here pretty much everybody sells tritium, but it's in smaller bags, so yeah, it kind of swings and roundabouts. But there you go. I haven't found any traders come into a trading post that has sold dihydrogen jelly, just as a word of warning. Yeah, it's just not a thing for me at trading posts, that is. Sometimes at the Galactic Trade Terminal in the middle of the trading post you might find it, but it's a rarity. It's as rare as rocking horse turd, it really is. So yeah, up in a station, in an opulent or affluent system, a high trade system, you may come across a trader here that you can buy from, and you may find tritium in a very large quantity. Buy it, and yeah, that'll help you. You can break that down and yeah, we'll merge it with the dihydrogen jelly to make your warp fuel. So there we go. That's pretty much it. So I've visited two guys here, and I've got myself like stacks. You know, that's loads. That's more than enough. So that's my tritium. That's how to get tritium. Now the last option. Well, hello there. The last one is inside of the Nexus. Sometimes, as a mission reward, they will offer the frigate fuel. It's a rarity. It appears here every now and again. Now these missions, they tend to circulate out every 10 minutes or so, so just hang on. If it's not there, just wait for a while. I mean, yep, you could be here sometime waiting for it to actually come in. To be honest, the other methods that I've shared with you are the better methods. This method comes up unfruitful, so yeah, try the other methods. But yet, if you are in the Nexus, just take a look, see at the missions, because sometimes you might be able to pick up a mission that gives Quicksilver and other rewards at the same time. But that's all my tips for you guys. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. There's multiple ways to support my channel, Patreon being one. Thank you, Patreons. And I also have YouTube membership. Thank you, YouTube memberships. Yep, there's multiple tiers there for everyone. Be sure to check both out if you're thinking of supporting me that way. Hitting a like or a subscribe or leaving a comment. I love reading comments. Is another way to support the channel. Or there's merch if you want to find a dandy pair of socks or a t-shirt. Head on over to Teespring. Or just stay with Captain Steve a little bit longer and watch a little more. Hit join or sub. Heck yes. We'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Cheerio.